Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today we will look at a beer that is from a brewery that's kind of close to my heart. It's a local brewery from Osaka, and it's a legacy, I guess we could say it's a craft beer legacy brewery in Japan, and that is Minoh Beer. And the beer we're going to look at is Minoh Imperial Stout. And I thought I had reviewed this before, but I went and checked and I hadn't. So when I saw it at the store, I decided I better get to it. I've done a lot of Minoh beers in the past. I have a long playlist of them, which you can check out if you like. Minoh Beer. They are from Minoh City, Minoh, which is north of Osaka, kind of a suburb of Osaka. And the brewery was founded in 1996 by a man named Oshita Masaji, and he was worked in the liquor distributing business, as far as I know, some form of the liquor retailing business. But he decided he wanted out from that, and he bought a building and some equipment, and then told his three daughters, "You are going to be the brewers," without any experience whatsoever or training. And so that must have been quite a shock for them, but I think they handled it quite well. Brewing started in 1997, and so this makes them one of the early brewers, craft beer brewers in Japan. And I think maybe the first in Osaka, I'm not sure. Some people say Kuninocho maybe have been there before Minoh. But in any case, so three daughters, and the eldest one, who is Kaudi, Oshita Kaudi, she became the head brewer. They made only malt extract beers until 2002, and the quality was kind of, to put it kindly, variable. She was the only brewer for a long time and kind of overworked. Minoh became popular, and the requirements of the market, they were putting out more and more beer. Sometimes it wasn't so good. One of their beers called WIPA has always been a big hit among beer geeks in Japan, and again, the quality of that had been variable. Now it's kind of sort of leveled off at a kind of high level, so I think you can buy that one. WIPA, it's a double IPA. W is for the pronunciation of double in Japanese, W. And they have a brewery in Minoh, and they also have another location called a warehouse in Minoh, and they have the Beer Belly pub here in downtown Osaka in Tosabori, and then they have Beer Belly Tenma, another bar in Tenmabashi area. And this is from the old Edobori location, which has since closed, and it was famous for the Edobori burger, which was just an astounding burger. And not too long ago, I visited Beer Belly, and I saw people eating that massive burger, and I tried out a few of their beers for the first time in a long time. So they used to have, or they still do have, an anniversary party. It used to be very cheap and unlimited beer, and they had to stop that because there was a park across the street, and it was just littered with bodies. People didn't make it out alive. No, I mean, didn't make it out sober, that's for sure. And I've heard that Minoh they show up at 100 festivals annually, and apparently Kaudi Oshita attends most of them as well. Their flagship beers are a Pils, a Pale Ale, Weizen, Stout, and the Double IPA. They also make many seasonal beers and limited beers, especially some using local produce, such as peaches or yuzu. So they're very well known in Japan, very highly respected now. If you go to a beer festival in Japan, you probably run into a Minoh booth, and you should try their beers. This one is not among their flagship beers, but it is kind of a special one. It's an Imperial Stout, and I once had it at the Beer Belly. Their Christmas beer was a Sancho infused, Chinese pepper infused, and other spice infused Imperial Stout. It was absolutely astoundingly good. So This is an Imperial Stout. It is 8.5% and 60 international bittering units. On rate beer, unfortunately, there are not so many ratings, only 83. The average is 3.75 out of 5. And the percentiles are 96 percentile for all beers on rate beer, but only 59 for its style, Imperial Stout. That's because, of course, there are many, many really amazing Imperial Stouts in the world. Untapped, 1,114 ratings, and the average is even higher, 3.93. Now, I rated this in 2015, so about 9 years ago. I'll talk about my rating later here. This is not listed on their website when I checked, and I don't know why. It is a winter limited beer, and they claim that they use 2.5 times more malt than their regular stout. They've won gold medals many times for this, apparently 3 times at the International Brewing Awards, and also gold at the World Beer Awards, which is, I can't be sure, but I think it's kind of a pay-to-play sort of beer award ceremony. And there is a barrel-aged version of this, which costs about 1,000 yen, much more, and it's made in Ichiro's malt whiskey barrels. So I haven't had that one. I've seen it is available on their website. So this cost 682 yen, where I bought it at a Yamaya liquor store. $4.38 in US dollar terms, and 4.404 euros. Okay, so 8.5% and 60 international bittering units. No, and Minoh always puts a monkey. This is kind of their symbol, their logo, because where Minoh is located in the mountains just outside of Minoh is famous for having a lot of monkeys. People go there to see the Minoh waterfall and the monkeys. I'm having a little trouble with this. Okay, we got it open, and let's give it a pour. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyway. Okay. Minoh used to be known as AJI beer, and in fact they still are, I think, technically, but they go by Minoh Beer, AJI. And I once asked what does that mean? And aji in Nihongo means taste, so they wanted their beer to have taste that where a lot of commercial mass-produced beers do not. Well, this smells great. Oh yeah. A lot of chocolate, kind of creamy, kind of a mix of milk chocolate and dark chocolate. Maybe some very rich dark fruit. Basically chocolate though. The dark roast malt is really emulating the chocolate flavor or chocolate aroma quite well. Okay. Wow, that is smooth. That is really smooth. Chocolate gets toasty, roasty, and bitterness really kind of takes over in mid-palate. Some alcohol warmth really hits the back of the throat. It's kind of a complete experience. Yeah, this is certainly, I think, probably one of the better Imperial Stouts you will find in Japan. May not be up there with things like Rasputin in the U.S., things like that, but this is really, it's got a lot of chocolate base, roast malt. Yeah, nice flavor changes when it gets to mid-palate. The bitterness really hits. Kind of fades out, but then some bitter tracks continue with the alcohol warmth as well. This is yeah, very, very pleasant beer, lightly warming. I rated this 3.7 when I had it in 2015. 3.7 out of 5. I think I might be able to put it up a notch to 3.8, something like that now. They have this down pat. Yeah. Malt and unmalted barley and hops, and that is it. And they produced a really, really pleasant, dark, sort of chocolatey drink. Yeah. I would say getting something more like berries, dark fruit berries, as it moves across the tongue. You know, the bitterness and the dark roastiness is leaving sort of a light residue on the tongue. You feel it, certainly. It's not astringency, but kind of coating of roast malt. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what more I should say about this. It is a very, very pleasant Imperial Stout. 8.5%, so it's not overdoing it. Some Imperials get really, really up there. You know, you can kind of put a lot of stuff into a Imperial Stout, and some people put a lot of spices and different things like that. If you've ever seen Inda Kunindra, which puts curry and peppers and stuff in there. But this is just straight ahead, you know, kind of say plain Jane, but dependable. Really, really nice little stout here. So give this one a go if you happen to see it. Again, it's a winter seasonal, so the last bottles are probably on the shelves now, and you won't see it again until maybe November, December, something like that. Okay. Again, Minoh Imperial Stout, 8.5%, 60 international bittering units. Try it out. Hope you are doing well. Things are starting to warm up here, just very, very slightly. It's still cool at night, but it's kind of unusual. By this time, it's usually much warmer. But in any case, for me, it is short sleeve weather now. I hope you are doing well wherever you are. Bye bye.